Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter from the book Vistas, that is the third level by Jack Finney. So, before going to the text, let us have some information about the author, that is Jack Finney himself. So, Jack Finney, his lifespan is from October 2nd, 1911 to November 14, 1995. He was an American author. His works basically dealt with science fiction and thrillers. So, regarding time travel, regarding alien assumptions of living of a different world, thrillers, having comedy genres. So, all these themes were basically dealt with in his novels. So, Story of the Third Level was published in the Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction in October 1952. Okay, this is the third level chapter we will be dealing with today. And his other popular novels are The Body Snatchers. So, The Body Snatchers, first of all, is a story where there is a thought of alien existence, and it is describing about that the earth is invaded by seeds that have drifted from space, and these seeds grown from a plant-like pods replace sleeping people with perfect physical duplicates of them and with same knowledge and memories, but one difference was they were incapable of human emotions or feelings. And what was the outcome? It was very much disastrous. The human victims disappear forever, and these duplicates replaced them on the earth. And the other novel, that is Time and Again, it was also based on time travel, and it was very much popular, and it collected a huge recognition in the world. So although throughout his career he published nearly 50 novels that encompasses the thriller and comedy genres, this story, the short story, that is the third level, was very much deep impacted on the readers' minds. Okay, now let us discuss first the theme of this story, that is the third level. So, the third level is a story that weaves up a psychological journey of the narrator into the past, present, and moves towards the future. So, some things he feels not right in the present, and he tries to escape from those situation by going to the past, because he felt that in the past the things were very much normal, very much peaceful, and in this chaotic world of the present generation, he did not want to stay. So that is why, as a human tendency, he tried to move back to the past to lead a happy life. Okay, and he was unaware about it because he thought it in his subconscious mind. He was not thinking it to be real, but he was thinking it in a subconscious mind, and he was depicting that everything which is happening with him is very much true, but the others around him, the other people around him, were thinking that he is an escapist. Another theme is man is mortal and has many positive and negative aspects of life, like love, profit, loss, good, bad, etc. So all these accepts tend to affect the human mind. Then these existential worries act like a catalyst for making the human mind constantly move between the past, present, and future. So this third level is a study of human mind caught in this cycle of time. So how the protagonist's human mind is captured by all these tendencies, and as he wants to escape, all these things work as a catalyst which enhance his eagerness to go to a different world, that is in the past, where he found peace and solace. Clear? Then when people in the present time want to escape the problems and stress of life, they feel that life 50 or 60 years ago was relaxed, and they wanted to go back to that time for peace and happiness. So as I told you, that all these things which are chaotic now, you feel to drive yourself away from those situations. And here the protagonist, who is Charlie, he also was one of the same kind. So he also wanted to move to a different world, to his past world, where everything was according to him very much peaceful. So this is the theme of the story, third level. Now let us discuss what are the main characters. So the first character is Charlie himself. He is a 31-year-old daily commuter, accidentally arrives at the third level of Grand Central Station and experiences a whole new world. So first of all, what a commuter is. A commuter is a person who travels some distance to work on a regular basis. So he goes to work on a regular basis and his means of transport was the train, which goes through the Grand Central Station. So where is this Grand Central Station? It is also referred to as Grand Central Terminal, which is present in the Park Avenue, Manhattan, New York City. Okay, so it is very much old and it is very much busiest route for all the people of New York, and it is considered to be the important means of transport. So as this plot of this chapter is taking place in the year 1950s, at that point of time, this Grand Central Station was holding very much importance. So here Charlie feels something, that he experiences a whole new world. Okay. Then another character is Louisa. She is the wife of Charlie who was worried about her husband coming late. So she is not that much important because very much less information is there about his wife, but she gives a important note for this character Charlie because she always remains concerned about her husband, because she also thinks at any point that Charlie is not satisfied or not feeling solace in the present situation, and he tries to escape in every existence of the present. Then another important character is Sam. He is a friend and also a psychiatrist of Charlie, who serves as a proof for the existence of the third level at the Grand Central Station. So what are the role plays of these characters? Now let us see and go through the text. The presidents of the New York Central, the New York, New Haven and Hartford railroads will swear on a stake of timetables that there are only two, but I say there are three, because I have been on the third level of the Grand Central Station. Yes, I have taken the obvious step. I talked to a psychiatrist, friend of mine, among others. I told him about the third level at Grand Central Station, and he said it was a waking dream fulfillment. So, at first, then he's narrating his story. So he narrates that the president of New York Central and the New York, New Haven and Hartford. So New Haven and Hartford are the two junctions or the two stations. So railroad connects these two places. So he says the president of New York will swear on a stack of timetables. Stack of timetables means a pile of timetables of the rails. Okay, from where to where at what time every train goes. So he will swear on this pile of timetables that there are only two. And what two? The two levels at the Great Grand Station. But I say there are three. So here a very important difference which comes in the mentality of Charlie as compared to other people, that is he's saying one thing which is nobody ready to believe, because in practicality or in reality there are two levels of the station, but here Charlie is the one who is very much focusing on the topic that no, it is not two levels, but there is also a third level to it. Okay, so because I have been on the third level, and he is assuming very much strongly that he has been on the third level at the Grand Central Station. Yes, I have. So if he is not able to prove his point and every one of his friend is not able to believe him, so he tries an obvious step. And what is the step? He goes to his friend and a psychiatrist, Sam, and he talks about his problem and what he is going through. And here, somehow, Sam also says that whatever you're telling me about, it is imaginary and you are going through a waking dream fulfillment. So now let us see on the right side. Who is Charlie? So Charlie is a 31-year-old man, and here in the story, his psychological portrayal of every situation is given, okay, which refers to the subway at the Grand Central Railway Station, which takes passengers to Galesburg. It is a city. Then the narrator feels that there are three levels at a Grand Central Railway Station, but in reality, there are only two. Okay, he discussed this with his psychiatrist friend Sam Wiener. He calls this tendency of the narrator to escape in an experience called waking dream wish fulfillment. So, what is waking dream wish fulfillment? You see, so here, as he is on the assuming, or he is confirming everyone that he has seen the third level. So this is an escape for Charlie, according to the psychiatrist Sam, who is also his friend. So Sam is focusing on the situation of Charlie, that as world is full of uncertainties, worries, and stress, here Charlie is not able to bear those problematic situation, and he wants to escape to a different world, and that is why this escaping technique, or this escaping from the difficult situation, is considered to be walking dream wish fulfillment, daydreaming in a subconscious mind. Then he said I was unhappy. That made my wife kind of mad. But he explained that he meant the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, worry, war, and all the rest of it. And that I just want to escape. But they don't wander down into the third level at the Grand Central Station. But that's the reason, he said, and my friends all agreed. Everything points to it, they claimed. My stamp collecting, for example, that's a temporary refuge from reality. Well, maybe. But my grandfather did not need any refuge from reality. Things were pretty nice and peaceful in his day, from all I hear, and he started my collection. It's a nice collection, too. Blocks of four of practically every United States issue, first day covers, and so on. President Roosevelt also did that. Okay, he also collected stamps too. So here, who is Roosevelt first of all? So he is the 32nd President of United States. Clear? So here he is trying to say that he said I was unhappy. So who said? Sam said that Charlie was unhappy. And these all unhappiness, or that anxiety or the nervousness which Charlie felt, it is also making his wife disheartened, or she is also very much concerned about what Charlie is going through. But he explained that he meant that the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all the rest of it, and that I just want to escape. So here he is trying to say what Sam has told him, what is the situation of what Charlie is going through. So Sam is very much confirmed that Charlie is not able to face the problems of his present world, and that is why he is finding solace or peace in the past, where he thinks that every situation was normal and peaceful. Okay, but here Charlie is not ready to accept the fact that he is an escapist. Okay, but they don't wander down into any third level at Grand Central Station. So he is proving his point by Charlie is proving his point by telling again and again, okay, if I am an escapist, I have different things to get away my mind from. But nobody talks about third level. But I am talking about third level because I find, or I think it is very much a fact, or it is a truth. But nobody is believing me. But that's the reason, he said. And my friends all agreed. So Sam, when he confirmed that he is in tensed mood and he's trying to be an escapist, so every friend of the circle of Charlie started to believe Sam. So everything points to it, they claimed. So whatever is happening in on a psychological basis of Charlie's life, everybody is supporting Sam, because whatever points Sam discussed about Charlie, everything is supporting his situation. They also considered that the stamp collection habit of Sam is also a way to escape from the present situation. But here Charlie is claiming that temporary refuge from reality. So I do this pasting of the stamp as a habit because it is a temporary time pass to me. It makes me happy for a small amount of time. So this is not something different, or this is not something very much different as compared to all the other men do in this world. So why I am considered to be an escapist because of all these things. But my grandfather did not need any refuge from reality. So he said that as stamp collecting is my hobby, my grandfather also used to have that. But there was no uncertain thing about his behavior, or nobody considered him as an escapist. So he also did not require any refuge from reality. Refuge means to escape from reality. Things were pretty nice and peaceful. So he is very much focusing on how his grandfather's time was very much nice and peaceful. So this line can say that Charlie actually felt that it was nice and peaceful days, and he also proves it to be very much peaceful, and that is why subconsciously he is trying to connect to that part of world. But in present, in a conscious state, he is not ready to accept all these things. From all I hear, and he started my collection. So because of my grandfather, he was also an effective person in my world. Due to him, I also started stamp collecting as a hobby. So it is a nice collection too. So he thinks that this habit or this hobby is very much nice to spend time, and he is describing everything that blocks of four of practically every United States issue, first day covers, and so on. So all these stamps had some history or some facts denoting it. So everything which happened in the United States, rather it may be political, it may be regarding the state issues. So everything was denoted with a situation, and it was printed, and that is why I am so much attracted to this stamp collection hobbies. So President Roosevelt also collected stamps too. So he is giving the examples of some people and trying to suggest that he is not something difficult to tackle. He is also a common man as his grandfather, as President Roosevelt, and he is trying to say that nothing is wrong with him. Clear? So he is trying to prove his point. So he's not ready to accept what are the things which Sam is saying. Okay. He argues every time regarding his grandfather. He also explains his hobby as not an escapist situation, as President Roosevelt also did it. He subconsciously found a means of escape from the materialistic world which he was not ready to accept. So from all these parts which we discussed in the slides, we come to know these important points. First is Charlie comes to a conclusion that everybody around him wants to escape. His case is no different. So he thinks it is very much common to find solace in doing something different from others. So it is not that much abnormal in his case. And all these things relate to a fancy that surely make Charlie think about the third level which he is not ready to accept. So as he is explaining Sam about the third level, and nobody is accepting his truth, so everybody is relating it to a fancy which Charlie has assumed in his subconscious state, but Charlie is not ready to accept that. Then, as the psychiatrist claimed he was having a wish fulfillment, was a way of Charlie to escape from this chaotic world. So Sam is trying to focus on a thing that Charlie is finding ways in his subconscious state to escape from the chaotic world, which Charlie himself is not ready to take it for granted. Okay, so let us stop here. This is the end of part 1. Thank you.